I've played way too many video games myself. Parents would attest. So you can't tell how long this speech is, because I don't have any paper, but I'm going to tell you, you're in for a treat. So everybody has drinks, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start from the beginning, which for me was 44 years ago. Even still, this might take a while. So, as the legend goes, Mom and Dad met at a dance. Now, today's kids, we're not really, don't have that same kind of dance as they had in their era. But the girls, this was the 60s, so they would all dress up in their go-go dancing outfits, and guys would show up to dances wearing suits. And as the story goes, my dad, I don't know, he wanted to go get a drink, or he was walking across the room to ask somebody to dance, who knows. But as he walks across the room, he has to make his way through the tables, and his eyes land on a set of orange fishnet stockings. As they tell it, from there, the eyes just start going up. Who on earth are these great gams in these orange fishnet stockings? And his eyes landed right on my mom's, and I guess he didn't know what to say at that point, so he asked her to dance. And here we are. I think the first car in their relationship when they were dating, and you might see it in some of these photos, was a blue Mustang convertible with a white interior.
Wow.
It must have been awesome for them, driving around in this convertible car, listening to the Beatles and the Beach Boys. This is the music we were raised on. They were a hot young couple. Take a look at some of the pictures of them when they got married. They were fly. A young, beautiful woman with great style, and her handsome man driving around in a fast car. So as stories like this go, they just couldn't help themselves. They ended up with 3 kids. Now, I can't really speak to how they fell in love. I wasn't there. The pictures always look like a 1960s fairy tale, and by the time I showed up, it was the 70s, and there were already 2 kids there, and those kids were bigger than me. One, who would later treat me like I was her own baby, and the other who would later treat me like I was his own punching bag. Or scapegoat, I don't know which one was most convenient. At the time I showed up, Mom and Dad were building a house. And it went in the apple orchard, or what used to be the apple orchard. And my mom would tell us as kids how excited she was when they got to build this house, because she got to build her dream house. My earliest memories were obviously formed in this house, and many of them are phrases that I will never forget, and I will not repeat here. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the phrases. One is non-CB. Non-CB. You see, there was a phone that hung at the end of the kitchen cabinet, and next to it hung a wooden plaque with the Cullen family crest. And on it, below the crest, was Latin, which read non-sibi, or not for self, the Cullen family motto. Another phrase was above the kitchen table. It was a picture of sorts, surrounded by an edging of roses, were the words, Boze Bogosław Temu Mori. Now, us kids were raised with both Polish and Ukrainian heritage. As lots of you know in the room, it's sometimes hard to tell these 2 things apart. Us kids sometimes still can't tell the difference between wonki and opchi. Only some of you get that joke. At any rate, these words hung above our kitchen table. Boze Bogosław Temu Mori. God bless this home. As kids, we would pick berries in the backyard, which my mom would make into pies. My dad taught me to play hockey and would hit fly balls to me in the field. My mom would sew us custom Halloween costumes, some of which won contests, and I would help my dad with yard work by following him around with a hose. This was my favorite job. He called me the hose boy. My friends down there, they're gonna make that nickname stick now. I'm pretty sure I was a very lazy child. My dad had a phrase for this. It was, Johnny, get out of bed. My mom, however, described it like this. Johnny will spend 8 hours trying to figure out how not to do a job that would have just taken him 1 hour in the first place. Mom and Dad taught us about work ethic. Through their lives, they've been examples to us kids by serving their communities. They also taught us the importance of family, non-CB, not for self. It wasn't all sunshine and unicorns though. You see, one phrase I'll never forget is no TV for a week. I was always getting grounded. The worst was the time that they wouldn't let me go to a friend's party. So we sat down for dinner, and I said I was sick. I wasn't feeling too well, and I'm gonna have to go to my room early, but you don't have to disturb me because I'm not feeling well. I'm just gonna close my door and I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, they were wise to the whole thing. They let me sneak out. I walked 2 miles in a snowstorm with 2 feet of snow before I got to that party. 4 minutes later, they showed up. I'd like to think that I helped them through all the rough patches by providing them a common enemy. I was an imp, as my mom would always say. The thing is, when things got rough in their marriage, and I don't mean me being an imp or us kids fighting, I mean really rough. They didn't give up. Non-city. Not for self. At the worst of times, they leaned on their faith. They sought counseling from their pastor, and as a family, we would pray together every night after dinner. Here's another phrase. A family that prays together stays together. And these family dinner and these prayers, they all took place under that picture that read, Oze Bogwaswav Temu Demori. God bless this home. My parents have stuck together, and I just don't mean through the rough times. I mean the daily things. If my mom thought I was lying to my dad about why I was in trouble in school, and let's be real, I was lying. She would get so mad at me and call me out right on the spot and defend me. And to this day, I can't use a curse word in front of my mom without my dad defending her virgin ears. Non-CV. Nowadays, mom is still sewing. Really, it's quilting. She makes the most beautiful quilts, and some of them still win awards. She even makes the award so she can win it. My dad still plays hockey and baseball, and in retirement, they're traveling together, whether it's to play the ponies in Syracuse or for a baseball tournament in Florida. They are each other's biggest fans. They've been taking trips to other countries to soak in culture. They visit monasteries, exploring the history and the mystery of their faith. Through all of this, the 44 years that I've had the pleasure of having these two wonderful people as my parents, they have taught us kids the importance of hard work and strong character. They've embodied the importance of family and maintained the importance of faith. Mom, Dad, congratulations on a beautiful life. You did it. You built your dream home, and you're still doing it. The proof is in this room. From here on, though, do it for yourselves. God has definitely blessed this home. Oze Bogwaswav Temu Demori. Happy golden anniversary.
Good afternoon. What a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming. It's such a joyous, fantastic occasion. It's really been a pleasure and a lot of fun to watch my parents plan and prepare for this event. Like John said, reminiscing about so many things, whether it's music or styles or how life went or didn't go. But a lot of stories about all of you. Some of you who I know, some who I don't. But this has just been so much fun watching, almost like they're falling in love again. Last night they were dancing in my kitchen, slow dancing, and the family, everybody joined in, and just really cool stuff's going on. It's awesome. Not many things last 50 years. And I believe that what contributed to it is their approach to life of balance and acceptance. By balance, I mean you work hard, you play hard. There's no doubt about that. All of us, we're all the same way. You know, you've got to get things done, but you also can have a good time. Like Johnny was saying, get off the couch, do something. You may fail at it, that's what life is about. If you never try anything, you're not really experiencing life. So they've always encouraged everyone to really live life. And with acceptance, it's so important. 50 years, people change so much. When no one's the same as they were 50 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago. So you have to grow with people. And you have to be able to accept them as who they are. Encourage them to be an individual, not just be the team. But being the team can be as important as the individual growing and whatnot. So they've always encouraged strong relationships, whether it be within the family, our friends, who now many of you are family. It's a testament to how my parents feel about all of you, inviting so many friends of ours and my brothers. You're your family to us. I'm so happy that you're all here. But they've always encouraged strong relationships, which isn't a surprise anymore that my brothers and I have formed good relationships, whether it be families, friends, acquaintances, work, whatever it is. But you've really set a great example for us, really strong foundation, and it's so appreciated. So Mom and Dad, you've shown us all what's most important in life by living your beautiful example of love each and every day. Thank you.